Dad, I've always wondered where pizza actually came from. I know it's super popular everywhere, but what's the story behind it?
That's a great question, Mia. Pizza has a fascinating history. The idea of putting toppings on flatbread goes way back to ancient civilizations, like the Greeks and Egyptians. They used to bake flatbreads and add herbs and oils on top. But the pizza we know today with tomatoes and cheese really started to take shape in Naples, Italy in the late 18th century.
Wait, so people were eating pizza even before tomatoes? That's so weird because I can't imagine pizza without tomato sauce.
I know, right? Tomatoes are native to the Americas, so when they were first brought over to Europe in the 16th century, people actually thought they were poisonous. It wasn't until the late 1700s that tomatoes started appearing on pizza in Naples. And get this, tomatoes were initially grown as ornamental plants because of their bright red color. It took a while before people realized they were not only safe to eat but delicious.
That's crazy. So when did pizza become such a big deal outside of Italy?
Well, it started gaining popularity in the late 19th and early 20th centuries when Italian immigrants brought their recipes to places like the United States. The first pizzeria in the U.S., Lombardi's, opened in New York City in 1905. But pizza didn't really explode in popularity until after World War II, when soldiers returning from Italy craved the pizzas they had tasted there.
Wow, so soldiers brought pizza back with them? That's so cool. Did they eat a lot of pizza in Italy during the war?
Yes, they did. Many American soldiers stationed in Italy during the war got a taste for the local cuisine, including pizza. It was simple, tasty, and reminded them of home. When they returned to the U.S., they brought that love of pizza back with them, which helped spur its popularity across the country.
So pizza started as food for the poor, but now everyone loves it. How did it become so universal?
That's a great observation, Mia. Pizza's simplicity is part of its charm. It's easy to make, versatile, and can be adapted to different tastes and ingredients available in various parts of the world. Plus, it's a communal food. People love to share pizza, and that helps spread its popularity. And did you know there's even a story about pizza and the Italian queen?
No way. What's the story?
Legend has it that in 1889, Queen Margherita of Italy was visiting Naples. She was tired of the fancy French cuisine that was popular among the European nobility at the time and wanted to try something more local. So a pizzaiolo named Raffaele Esposito was called to prepare some pizzas for her. He made 3 different kinds, but the one she loved the most had tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil, ingredients representing the colors of the Italian flag. This pizza was named after her, and that's how we got the Margherita pizza.
That's such a fun story. I love margarita pizza. It's so simple but delicious. So, Dad, how do you make pizza at home? Is it hard?
Not at all, Mia. Making pizza at home can be a lot of fun, especially when you get to choose your own toppings. The key is to start with a good dough. You need flour, water, yeast, salt, and a little olive oil. You mix those together and let the dough rise until it's nice and fluffy.
How long does the dough need to rise? Can we make it rise faster?
Usually it takes about an hour or 2 for the dough to double in size. If you're in a hurry, you can put it in a slightly warm oven to help it rise faster. But remember, a slow rise often gives the dough better flavor and texture.
Okay, so after the dough rises, what's next?
Once the dough has risen, you punch it down to get rid of the air bubbles, then roll it out into your desired shape. After that, you add your tomato sauce, cheese, and any toppings you like. Some people love classic toppings like pepperoni or mushrooms, while others go for more unique ingredients like arugula or even pineapple.
Pineapple on pizza? That's controversial. Do you like it, Dad?
Ha ha, that's a hot topic. I don't mind pineapple on pizza. I think the sweet and savory combination can be pretty tasty. Did you know that pineapple pizza, also known as Hawaiian pizza, was actually invented in Canada in the 1960s by a Greek immigrant named Sam Panopoulos?
Really? I didn't know that. It's amazing how pizza has different styles and toppings all over the world. What's the strangest pizza topping you've heard of?
Oh, there are some pretty wild ones out there. In Japan, you can find pizzas topped with mayonnaise, potatoes, and even squid. In Sweden, they have a pizza called the kebab pizza, with doner kebab meat, lettuce, tomatoes, and garlic sauce. And in Australia, they have a pizza with kangaroo and emu meat.
That's so strange, but also really cool. I guess pizza is like a blank canvas, and you can put whatever you want on it.
Exactly. That's what makes pizza so special. It's adaptable and can reflect the local culture and ingredients. And speaking of unusual pizzas, there's even a pizza festival in Naples every year where pizzaiolos from all over the world come to compete and showcase their unique creations.
A pizza festival? That sounds amazing. Can anyone go, or is it just for chefs?
Anyone can go. It's a big event that celebrates all things pizza, from traditional Neapolitan pies to more experimental creations. There are contests, cooking demonstrations, and of course lots of pizza to try. It's a great way to experience the variety and creativity of pizza making.
I'd love to go someday. But for now, I want to try making my own pizza. Can I add some of my favorite things like extra cheese and olives?
Absolutely, Mia! That's the fun of making pizza at home. You can customize it however you like. You could even try making different sections with different toppings if you want to experiment.
That sounds awesome. But what about the cooking part? How do you make sure the crust is just right?
The key to a good crust is a hot oven. Most pizzerias use ovens that can reach really high temperatures, like 800 degrees Fahrenheit. But at home, you can get a similar effect by preheating your oven as hot as it will go, usually around 500 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to bake the pizza on a pizza stone or a baking sheet to get that nice crispy bottom.
Wow, I didn't realize there was so much to it. So how long do we bake the pizza?
Usually it takes about 10–12 minutes, depending on how thick your crust is and how many toppings you have. You'll know it's done when the crust is golden and the cheese is bubbly and slightly browned.
I can't wait to try this. I think I'll make a half-and-half pizza. One side with classic cheese and tomato, and the other with some crazy toppings like goat cheese and figs. What do you think, Dad?
That sounds delicious, Mia. I love that you're getting creative with your toppings. Cooking is all about experimenting and finding out what you like. Plus, making pizza together is a great way to spend time as a family.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Thanks for teaching me, Dad. I feel like I learned so much about pizza today. Not just how to make it, but also where it comes from and how it's different around the world.
I'm glad to hear that, Mia. It's always good to learn about the history behind what we eat. Food is such a big part of culture and history, and it's amazing how something as simple as pizza can have such a rich story.
Totally. And now we can add our own story to it by making pizza together. I'm really excited.
Me too, Mia. Cooking together is one of the best ways to bond and create memories. Now let's get started on that dough.
Let's do it, Dad. I'm ready to make the best pizza ever.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing, Mia. And who knows, maybe we'll start our own family pizza tradition.
That would be so cool. Every Friday we could have a pizza night and try new recipes.
I love that idea. A pizza night tradition sounds perfect. Let's get the flour and start mixing. The kitchen is about to smell amazing.
Yay, I can't wait. Thanks, Dad, for making learning so much fun.
You're welcome, Mia. It's my pleasure. Now let's make some pizza magic happen.